Good morning, you guys. It's bright and early here. It's hay season. I got the hay elevator out. I got to double check my motor, make sure it's still working. Otherwise, I got to replace it. But today, I got to work on this. I got some new bolts to put on here. It's been 5 years since I bought this trailer, and it's hauled who knows how many tons of hay and steel and all that good stuff. So I'm going to remove these bolts, put some new ones in, and hopefully I won't have any issues with it, because like I said, 5 years is a long time, and it's been out in all the elements because I don't have anywhere to park it underneath, so it's about due for a change. So I'm going to grab the electric impact gun, and then see if I can get those bolts off, get the new ones on before I gotta go pick up some hay this morning. So let's see if we can get this done.
The guy was a creep, and they didn't have any contact. That's what I know about that period. I also know this: if there were anything in these files that could hurt Donald Trump, when Joe Biden had them for 4 years, when the Democrats had possession of them, they would have released it. I have no doubt about that. And so I'm not really thinking there's anything in here. How does it end? They'll have to release something. They tried to get the grand jury material. The judge said no. I guess they'll keep working on that. My assessment is they'll probably have to release something. Some people accept it, some people won't. But I don't think he's wrong. And there are obviously people that you know, you don't seem to care about them. You don't seem to care about Trump. It's all the guy with ready this every day.
I don't know if she's a colleague or she's on there with us regularly. This is her talking about how she feels about the Epstein reaction to this. Very, very
I'm just very satisfied by seeing him make such a huge
I have to say, your use of the word delicious to start your comments, and then you're saying that you're very satisfied. But, we are talking about a situation here where young women were abused. This is a tragic case. Maxwell's in jail because she helped traffic the women. This is a very, very tragic case. I see Democrats and people on the left taking great political delight in this because they don't care one bit about the victims. They only started caring this about 5 minutes ago. They only started caring 5 minutes ago when it was a cudgel against Trump. So this kind of language where we just sort of the situation but forget the underlying issue, the victims here, to me, it's a solution to. What's my solution, by the way? Documents that you can release, and it's credible information. Third, fourth, eighth hearsay, fine. If you want to for the last 6 months, this is just the latest thing. And by the way, next month it'll be something else. And next month it'll be something else. They are lurching from one made-up thing to the next to try to implant in the public firmament the idea that Trump had something to do with Epstein's wrongdoing. It's the same thing they did with Russia. We just want people to believe Russia stole the election for him. Now half the country believes it. They want half the country to believe that he had something to do with Epstein. Whether it's true or not, it's not true, but whether it is or not, they just need that to become part of a narrative. No facts, no truth, narrative. This is why they're cratering, because people are onto the narrative-driven politics. It's crazy.
So let me ask you a question, Scott. So let's take Trump completely out of the equation. When it comes to like the Bill Gates and how Melinda Gates said on camera, she basically divorced her husband because of his relationship with Jeffrey Epstein. Take that for what it's worth. She said he was deplorable. No, I'm sorry. No, she said he was abhorrent, that he was evil personified when she was around him. She felt disgusted. Then go to Bill Clinton, was on the airplane 28 times, very close relationship, visited the White House 17 times. Let's take Trump completely out. When you have a team like Pam Bondi, who worked in Florida after the conviction, and she came in after the Attorney General, then you have Dan Bongino, you have Cash Patel, who are running on this campaign of Epstein, watch what I'm going to do day one and all this. What do you say to them? And then Pam saying, Trump out. What do you say to the people like me who are like, okay, wait a minute, you guys are talking the talk. Now you guys are in, and all of a sudden it feels like somebody's telling them to shut up. Somebody's saying to sweep this under the rug because there are some powerful people on there. Not even Trump, just everybody else. Like major players are still involved.
If this sort of takes precedent over the rest of your agenda, that would be a terrible thing. So my suspicion is over the next few weeks, out because of Trump, and you know, so continuing to deal with this, there's something to replay their game.
I agree with Scott, but something's got to be released because. So watch what they're doing. Conversation. I'll put all of them in one. So Ghislaine Maxwell granted.
All right, that's not gonna work.
Given the DOJ 100 people linked to the Jeffrey Epstein report. This is one. Is this her attorney? Okay, that's them. Go for it, Rob.
I think Ghislaine did a wonderful job. Honest about that too. Ultimately, transparency tends to help everything.
I'm going to disagree with our friend Scott Jennings for a second. And I'm no legal scholar here.
I'm no lawyer either.
Okay. Have you ever heard Ghislaine Maxwell talk? You ever heard her voice?
No.
I've seen a million videos of her, seen a million images of her. I have no clue what she sounds like. I don't know if she has an accent. I don't know if her name is Ghislaine. I have no clue. I want this woman to.
There's an interview with her where she talks about Jeffrey Epstein killing himself.
Do you believe that he committed suicide?
Steve Bannon is reported to have 15 to 16 hours of unreleased interview footage of Jeffrey Epstein shot in 2019. To 16 hours.
See what you had to say. Not just invites either. This the whole thing. I actually want the Department of Justice has asked for it. You know, at some juncture.
I would be surprised if they haven't asked for it.
Yeah.
I would be surprised if they haven't gone up to it.
Ooh, that's
And
hot.
to me,
Dummy.
you can as a guy that thinks of many different
Don't
reasons,
touch
why
hot
would he have
stuff,
gone to it? By the
guys.
way,
Holy
let's say,
jumping
what is the
Jehoshaphat.
likelihood that he dropped names and actually gave him real information? What do you think the percentage is? Let's spitball. Like 5%, 50%, 80%, 20%. What do you think the percentage is? Tom, what do you think? What do you think that actually in those 15, 16 hours Epstein gave names?
So,
I think it's probably
here's
a
the
very
old
low
boats.
percentage. I think it's as well. I think
Super
it's like a 10%
rusty.
chance of names, but I think
Probably
it's about
nothing
a
wrong with them,
70%
but
chance that he intimated to things
better
that were
safe
happening
than
that
sorry, and I
are
wanted to
valuable
inspect
Bannon to
this.
hang on to. Okay, so
Make sure
if it
it's
is,
still in
for
good
sure. So
shape.
let's just say it's 5%. Okay, Vinny, what do you think are the chances that he has names that he gave?
You can see
In
this
that-
hole
in that
here,
15,
it's a
16
little
hours,
bit
that's a long time
worn.
to talk to somebody. That's like when what's his name? went
still
to
in good
Russia
condition.
to interview Oliver Stone, to interview Putin, and he did a 4-part, 5-part. I don't know if you've seen that documentary. It's phenomenal.
So let's go get the
That's
new
a lot of hours
bolts
of
and
Epstein.
we'll get
What do
them
you
done
think,
up.
Zoe, what percentage do you think he has intel of other people that he gave names to?
Very, very, very low. I think he's less than 5%.
Okay.
Okay, so we got 2 brand new grade 8 bolts that we're going to throw in here. Get this put back together. There's one in. And there's 2. Okay. Put the nut on. Should almost probably put some Loctite on it. I don't think I have any left. Okay, wrench. Oh, you gotta swap this over. So like I said before, there's probably no need to... Oh, damn, that's still hot. Ooh, hot tamales. There's probably no need for me to cut these off and replace them, but 5 years. You know, you never know when metal's gonna give way, so like I said, this thing is my lifeline for feeding all the animals, and I don't need any nonsense with it, so better safe than sorry when it comes to the trailer. I don't want to kill anybody out on the road, or... Ooh, I cut into that a little bit. Oopsies. So you can see here I nicked my little trailer thing right there, but I don't think that's gonna hurt it too much. I don't think anyways. Alright, let's get these new babies done up. And I just reversed it off. Idiot. Go. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. No movement in those other than a little bit of play. That's meant to be that way. At least as far as every trailer I've ever looked at. So there you go, 2 new bolts. And away we go. I'm gonna go put these in the scrap pile over here. Ooh, hot. Whew. Dang, those are still hot. But, so, old bolt, new bolts. Again, you can see a bit of wear right here from where it's been sitting, so better safe than sorry. It's seen a lot of rust, a lot of salt, and you You know, these bolts were moving before. Now there's no movement at all. The only movement is in this, which is okay. But these take all the brunt. This is literally on a bumper pull trailer. This takes all your weight. So, and these two bolts are all that really hold it on there. So, I'd rather be safe than sorry. Like I said, 5 years. Lots of rust and salt, and you can see the wear on them. So, better safe than sorry. Okay, we're going to give this thing a grease. I'll go put my tools back and we'll grease it up. And then we're going to check that motor on the hay elevator, make sure it's ready to rumble. And then if not, I got extra motors that I got to replace it with. So stay tuned. I'm going to put these tools away and we'll get that done. Pop my dust caps off. We'll give her a grease. Give everything grease today. Done. There's a grease fitting back here. Of course, it doesn't want to take grease. So that one's good. I'm gonna put this dust cap back in here before I forget to do it. There we go, that one's in. Trusty rag, clean my fingers off. Take this baby out. And I just like to pump it till I see the grease in here start moving. That way I know there's lots. Coming out around my gun, so that's the way we like it. Keep it nice and packed with grease, that's why we don't have any bearing failures. Perfecto. And you can see this one here for the walking beam. It's well greased. So we'll go around to the other side in just a sec. I just like to poke my head underneath and give it a quick inspection. Check for any cracks. leaf springs if I see anything. The U-bolts are all secure. No damage that I can see. I don't see any cracks on my welds under here. Well, that's a good thing. All my bolts look nice and tight and secure. Okay, let's go around to the other side. Okay, we're on the other side of the trailer now. Pop that grease cap out. So I don't plan on doing it this year, but normally I'll take the wheels off and pull this cap off and double check the nuts and stuff inside. I did that last year and they were all good. I tightened them all up. Stanley taught me how to do it, so I'm not going to worry about it this spring. Well, it's summer now, but put it on low. Okay, that one's greased, it's starting to drip out. And this one, where's my pokey? I have another dust cap for this thing somewhere, but I don't know if they're in the back of this truck or the other truck, or in my shed somewhere. Oh, what is that? Let's take this cap off and see what that is. I'm not sure what that is. Can't tell if it's a stick or a piece of metal. Interesting. Well, we're gonna pack this one with grease for now. And then I'll have to remember to, we might have to take this wheel off and check it. see the color of the old grease, nice and black, compared to the new blue grease that's on my rag. And you can see how packed it is now, so we're going to just leave her like that for today. Put our not so dust protector cap back in. It's better than no cap till I find the new ones. At least the grease will be in there. Keep it protected. Okay. And then again, I just like to take... Oh boy! I'm taking a look underneath. Check our leaf springs that we don't see any cracks or anything in them. These bolts are good. I should probably end up replacing these ones, do a whole thing of trailer maintenance on them. I like to check my welds up here, because that's where they get hung on to. Oh, all looks pretty good. Don't see any cracked leaf springs. Don't see any signs of grease out here. There's the other side over yonder. So I'm going to get it crowned this year because it's getting rusty. Again, 5 years of salts on the good old Canadian roads. And that new brine crap that they put on them. So there's the walking beam. It's got lots of grease in it. As you can see, it's hanging down. I'll try and re-grease it again later today after I do another load. Yeah, that's that. Axle's looking good condition. I don't see any damage on them, at least the casing of the axles. My beams are all good. So yeah, it's a nice solid trailer, 2 big I-beams and then channel on top of them, so I've got channels that if I ever need to replace one, I can. But yeah, this is a real solid trailer. It's served me well, and it's got a few more loads of hay that we gotta haul this week. So let's go check our hay elevator, make sure it runs. Okay, so I stupidly left this motor sitting outside all winter. But it's been hot and dry the last few days, so let's see if she's gonna work or whether she needs to be replaced. Lightning gloves? Yeah. Well, that's good news. The only thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go get my spray. We're gonna spray this baby down. I'll show you where we do that. Okay, so I like to use this fluid film stuff, and any of these rotating gears here, I'm going to plug her in, let her roll. And all these gears here where it spins, I just like to give them a good, as best I can on both sides. Try not to lose my fingers in the process. 2 down here. top. And now she's well greased and ready for us another 1,000 bales of this summer. So I'm glad that motor works. It saves me a whole lot of hassle. Pretty straightforward device. Stick your bale on here, that's the bottom part, and it takes your bale right up to the top. Just gonna give this one in here a spray too, because there's no little extra lube never hurt anything. So. Okay, beauty. Well, even quieted it down with a little bit of grease on her. Again, this fluid film stuff, great stuff. So, I use this shit on everything. The other thing I gotta do, I gotta take my bar off here. And the reason I do that is because I have, if you look up over there past the truck, right on the second wrench there, that's a headache rack that I put on for hauling the small squares. So we're just gonna pop this thing off quickly and we will go get the tractor, and when Shannon's done teaching we shall righty tighty, lefty loosey. I gotta go that way. So we'll go get the tractor. I gotta put some fuel in it, and we'll walk the other dogs in the house. Then we'll come back down, we'll get the hay elevator out of here. Gotta figure out where I'm gonna put this first load of squares. That's hay from last year, I believe. And they want to clean out one of their hay mows, so I'm gonna put that hay where it's easily accessible for us. And then we'll feed that hay through the summer into the fall and keep all the fresh hay we're going to pick up tomorrow or later today. And we'll keep all that hay for the winter time when we need the most nutritious stuff, because we'll try and get some of these horses out on grass if we can. Oh. And I'm going to need to go get a drill apparently, because I'll show you in just a second here. Keep this together so I know where it is. My horses have decided to wreck a fence today. Look at those girls over there. I don't know how to zoom this thing, so let's just take a walk over there. Done everything I can do there. It's off. We'll pop it out, put the new one on. Right. Is that it? No, right there you can see they've taken down all those fence boards, so it's a wonder they haven't got out. So I'm gonna go get a drill and screws, get that fixed, and then fuel up the tractor and we'll get her going.